let's start with our concept on percentage. Okay, very easy, not that difficult. Only thing is, don't try to fit a problem. Think and think what the problem is telling all about. Percentage. So anything. Okay, and now the thing is that leave book for some time. You leave book, we'll have some generic knowledge, then we'll get onto the book. So your half of your grade 8 is gone. For me now, none of y'all are grade 8 students. Okay, y'all are to the would be grade 9. So I expect two things now. One is a change in the way you study. You're getting matured now, and a bit of maturity also you have to show. Now that running around, hey, don't talk, don't do this, did you study? That we will do for the next year's coming 8th batch. You are now graduating to 9th slowly. Okay, so percentage. This word is made up of 3 words. If you see, 1, there's another word, 2, and 3 components are there. If you understand these 3 components, everything is easy. Per means for every. Mathematically, we'll denote it by per. 30 rupees per mango. How do you write it? You write it rupees 30 per mango. Means for every mango, I will pay how much? 30 rupees. Very easy, clear, understood, not difficult. Then comes the word, next word is cent. Cent means 100, century. Cent means century. Okay. This is what your school will not tell you and make you do problem. Century. Cent. 100 cents, make it $1. Cent. Understood? And then comes the word age. Age, which is actually in mathematics we related to measurement. Age. Percentage. So you are going to do a measurement for every 100, how much, right? We go to the shop and we'll now not say what is it for every mango, every 12 mangoes, every 20. We will say what? Every 100, how much? Why this was needed? Next question comes is, what was the necessity for actually developing this concept? So let's say we have 3 children, child A, we have a child B, and we have a child C, just like you kiddos, all coming from different schools. Okay? Ask me any question and stop me if you don't understand. So in A school, the class test is held out of 40 marks. In B school, it is held out of say 25 marks. And in C school, it is held out of 35 marks. Got it? So A, B, and C respectively score some numbers based on their full marks. Let us say this fellow has scored a 37, this fellow has scored a 22, and this fellow has scored a 33. Somebody tells you, who scored the best? Jhamela ho jata hai. Which one? No, it becomes difficult for us to understand because everyone has not been evaluated on the same scale. Do you understand? If on the same side I would have said that this school also conducted on 40, this school also conducted on 40, answering for you becomes very easy. Do you agree or not? Right? Isne 40 pe, this one did on 40, this one did on 40. That's very easy. We all know. But the problem is this school conducts tests on 40, this school on 25, this school on 35. And now we are asked whose performance was the best. Right? Now, problem, we don't have an equivalent scale. Now, this is the trigger. This is the trigger. And the trigger is what? The trigger is you need a uniform base. Yes. So what is the uniform base? Per 100, if I can get their marks, I'll be able to say who scored what. No issues at all. So do you understand what is the necessity of percentage? Percentage means everything on the basis of 100. And it's a very standard way of calculating. In this chapter, we will be first calculating how to calculate percentages of whole numbers, how to convert decimal to percentage, percentage to decimal. We will get our concept clear on percentage, and few problems we will do. Increase, decrease in percentage. What does it mean? So tell me one thing. Do you get a brief idea of why we need percentage? Percentage for every 100. Understood? Okay. Now let us try to see how to, yeah, somebody wants to say something? No. Okay, let's let's try to see how to apply these things in mathematics. This story part is clear? Okay, right. So let's now get on to some basic parts of mathematics, which are like calculating percentages. Okay, and from here your task starts. Calculating percentage, and percentage is represented by this symbol, a slash with two small Rasmalai type 00. Yeah, you can say division is like 00. Okay, calculating percentages. Okay, let me take a very simple example first to make you understand the basic about percentage. Let's say this is a dairy milk bar. Okay, and as usual there are two siblings in the house, so the parents will always say make it half, make it half, right? So when we say make it half, so we say adha adha karke, both the brothers, you share it and you eat. So they share it exactly halfway somewhere here. And then we say that this child got half of the dairy milk and this child got half of the dairy milk. Do you agree? If the length of this dairy milk, let's say, if the length of this dairy milk was considered to be something like 100 units, say this dairy milk was 100 units, how many units does each brother get? 50 units. 50 units. Is this much clear? Therefore, whenever you do half, we are measuring in terms of 100. So we said, hey, give me half the share of money you have. Another way what I can say, give me 50%. Means whatever you have, you think that you have got 100. You give me 50% of that 100. Means you're asking half. So let's put another idea now. Okay, let's see this from another perspective. Let's say we have a margarita pizza. Understood? So margarita pizza, first of all, what we are going to do, we are going to make it. How much is this? Half of a pizza, half of a pizza. How much? 50%, 50%. So you're talking now two things. Okay, children, in these calculations, you are talking fraction and you are also talking percentage and you are also talking whole. The whole pizza is 1. So if you look by it by fraction, then this becomes how much, beta? This becomes half. This becomes half, which is a 50%, which is a 50%. Somehow our cousin brothers also pop up. So once our cousin brothers pop up, we have no other option now. So 2 more children have popped up. So what do? We divide it further. Now let's go by fraction. 1 by 4. Out of 4 portions, I ate 1 portion. Understood? Out of 4 portions, I ate 1 portion. I ate 1 portion. I ate 1 portion. I had a 50 on this side. My cousin popped up suddenly. So I had to give her 50% of my 50. So this becomes now how much? 25%. And I'll keep this example because you will see some more calculations out from here. And this becomes another 25%. Is this understanding getting clear? Okay. Now, let's try to understand 25%. Can I write this as, this means similarly as 25%? Can I write this? Can I write this as 25%? Understood? Why 25% is 1/4? 25%. Okay. How did we write it? We said 25% of 1 pizza. 25% of 1 pizza. See, use your common sense. Now, is this all about language? 25%. 25% of means multiply 1. Even there, 1 by 4. Or in decimal, it will be 0.25. 25%, 25 by 100. Whenever you divide by 100, decimal shift, tick, tick, tick. 25 is same as 25.0 divided by 100 decimal takka takka. So you also understood the concept a little bit about decimal. Have you understood or not? Clear? Let's make it more interesting. Let's say we are now going by something called, say, we have a dairy milk. Is this much understood, children? Again, एक और slide में चलते हैं. Let's take it a little bit more interesting now. And let's say we have another dairy milk, which is like this. Hey Yadu, your DVIB worksheet I got. What about your autobiography? Why? Darling, hand was paining, leg is paining, ink was not there, electricity was not there, you had diarrhea, dysentery, sat in the potty, what?
I just didn't know what to write.
That's bizarre. That's bizarre. You study in an English school from your childhood and you don't know what to write. All these children have written. So we are now dividing it into how many parts? 5 parts. Again, 20%. Good, but let's try to see it from a different angle now. And let us say that our this typical what dairy milk. This typical dairy milk is, say, it's not dairy milk. We're saying it's a road. Let's say it's a road this time. Okay, it's a road, and this road is 80 meters long. 80 meters long road. Think that the road in front of Pebble City, which is absolutely in crap condition. Okay, I did not have so much bad condition driving 4,000 kilometers. When I was entering Pebble City, I was all fear. Car is fully loaded with suitcase and all, whether we go inside or not. So 80 meters road, we have given him, our Sarvesh is our contractor. He is supposed to build this 80 meters road. So how does he build this 80 meters road? He can't build this 80 meters road on one day. So he has broken the task into 5 parts of the road. How many parts? 5 parts. So can I say this road is one road, and he has taken what? 1/5 of a road, 1/5 of a road, 1/5 of a road, 1/5 of a road, 1/5. If you have doubt, then what is the denominator? 5. Add all the numerators. 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1, 5. 5 by 5 is equal to 1, which is his one road. Understood? Right. So what he does, we have to give him payment also. He's doing our job. So our payment terms with Sarvesh is, we have to have a payment terms. Our payment terms says that installments means we won't pay him in full. Installments to be paid out for every 20% completion of work. Very interesting. We are saying that every 20% this fellow completes, we will be paying him how much? We will be paying him his bill, whatever bill he says, right? So our friend has broken this into 5 parts. Why was this? Why did he break up into 5 parts? First of all, that should be our clause, because we made the condition that we will pay him for every 20% he finishes. 20 खत्म करो, हम तुम्हें पैसा देंगे. अब जरा सोचो, just think in your mind. Just think in your mind. If the road was actually 100 meters long, 20% means 20 every 100. First 20, second 20, third 20, fourth 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is the first part. This is so if he takes 20, 20, 20, 20, 20, how many 20s did he divide into? 5 20s to complete the job. And for every 20 that he makes the road, we are going to give him a payment. Agreed? How many equal parts did he divide the road into? 5 parts. That's how he actually went to his laborers and told, we will do this task as 1/5, 1/5, 1/5, 1/5 every day. How did this 1/5 come up? Because he said, if it is 20% payment means 20 for every 100. 20 for every 100. He just did a plain calculation, which is equal to 1/5. He understood that they are going to pay me for every 1/5 of the road work. So he broke it into 1/5. Now question comes, his actual road is not 100 meters. It is 80 meters only. So what amount of distance should his laborers build every day so that he can do, right? So we will say the net, how much he has to make, beta? 80 meters he has to build. He will present his first bill when he does the first part. Whenever he is done with this much portion. Which portion? He is done with this portion. Both to nahi ho rahe ho na? You are getting to know it? Everyone understanding what I'm trying to say? So, all right, he has to finish this much portion and present us a bill. We will pay him. He gets money, he starts again. So, his calculation that stands up is, he has to do 20% of 80 meters for a payment. Do you agree? And now just break this into your simple mother tongue or any language that you understand. 20% means 20%. How did I write? 20%. Of means multiply. Of how much? 80. 0 and 0 gone. This 0 and this 0 gone. 8 into 2 is how much? 16. And if you guys have done your multiplications table properly, 16 times 5 is how much? 15 times 5 is 75. So our fellow will do 16, 2 16, 3 16, 4 16, 5 16, 32, 48, 64 and 80. Can you understand? This is the basic of, और कुछ नहीं है. You just need to decode this language. So somebody might ask you, what is 20% of 80? What is 20% of 80? 16. So how do we calculate? So if I take this into a problem in your book, your problem will be something like, what is 20% of 80? So how do you solve it? Now, the way I'm showing you is the way you're supposed to do, but you will find that this is very idiotic. We have got far more easy techniques to understand. Okay, so but always it is better to be an idiot first. So we are grinding now. Then we'll give you mixie. Okay, so what is 20% of 80? So we'll write 20% of 80, which is equal to 20 by 100, 20% into 80. ठीक है बच्चा? 16. Did you understand? Okay. Now the easy technique of doing these problems. What if somebody would have asked you very quickly, what is 30% of 80? Okay, somebody might calculate now also, but that's not that. You should understand how to do this trick. How to do this trick. Look, now understand. Now pay attention. This will not be there in your books, but when you go for exams, this will be helpful. Always remember one thing, the easiest percentage to calculate is 10%. 10%. 10% means what? 10% means 10 per 100. Means this fellow is nothing but 1/10. Whatever will be my figure, divided by 10. And divided by 10 is very easy. Let's see some examples. 3 divided by 10, 0.3. 30 divided by 10, 3. 300 divided by 10, 30. Very easy. You understand? Clear? So I now said, my problem I made it, that they asked me, calculate 30% of 80. Now students, you always will learn by this way, but maza karna chahiye. Will not calculate 30%. What is 30%? 10% plus 10% plus 10%. 10%. 10% is always 10%. Whenever you hear the word 10%, He is somebody by 10. Simple. He is somebody by 10. Now in this case, that somebody is 80. 80 by 10 is how much? 8. So this is 30%. 30% is what? 3 10% together. 10% is what? Divide by 10. 8 8 threes are 24. Now question is, somebody tells me, how much is 35% of 80? Very interesting. 35% is the same 10%, 10%, 10%, and an additional 5%. We know this. This is 8. This is 8. This is 8. This is half of 8. 4. 28. Satak answer comes out. And if you want to do it idiot's way, we can do idiot's way also. 35, good morning, ma'am, by 100% into 80. 5, 7, 35, 5, 2, 10, 2, 4 is 8, 7 into 4, 28. Please wear the idiot's medal on your chest. You solved it, but you solved it like an idiot. Do you understand the trick? So let's do some more mental mathematics. It's not about who answers first, whether we understood the trick or not. Okay? Right. So let's take one more problem. Okay. Now, our friend Sarvesh loves to wear round neck dresses. So this is his new basketball jersey. Okay. Abhika t-shirt type. Okay. And he's gone to Decathlon, and this is priced at 450 rupees. Common sense, we will solve every problem. And they say that there is a 10% off. But the tag price is how much? 450. So there is a 10% off. So very quickly we should be able to calculate. Now let's see technique number 1. Original price is how much? 450. From there we have to take out how much? We have to take out 10%. But this 10% off is always on the tag price. Do you agree? 10% of what? My age, your age, my money. No, 10% of the tag price. So tag price is how much? 450. 10% means what? Somebody by 10. 450 by 10. 45. 45. So 5, 1 and 4, 5, 0, 405. This is the price. When we go to selling price chapter, we will be doing these problems. So for understanding percentage is very important. You get it? So you will pay up how much? 405 rupees. Understood? Another way to see it. Let us understand. Let us say his t-shirt is like a dairy milk. His t-shirt is a dairy milk. His t-shirt is a dairy milk. And the entire price of the dairy milk is how much? 450. Do you understand? 450 rupees is the price of his t-shirt, which is like his t-shirt, we have made it like a dairy milk. Right? And we are saying that, so in terms of, I'll also draw the percentage scale parallelly. So if I draw the percentage scale, 450 is the 100% price of the t-shirt. Agar koi discount nahi diya, then you're buying it at 100%. No mercy, you're not my friend. No charity. So you're buying it at how much? 100%. So 100% is how much? 450. 100% of his body is his entire height. Understood? We are saying that we are going to give you a 10% off. So just ask yourself, when we say we are giving a 10% off, okay, now the other way of thinking 10% off is, we will say, we are being charged only, yes, for 90%. Very good. That's what I wanted to come from your mouth. We are being charged for only 90%. That means if I divide his t-shirt, which we have molded into a dairy milk, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10. They should be equal. They're not equal, excuse me. So the shop is actually doing a mercy by not charging this much portion of the t-shirt. Did you get it? How much you have to pay? You have to pay the entire 90% of the price. 90% of what? 450. The way we calculated here was, we calculated how much is this, and then we deducted it from here. But we can touch it like this also. Let's touch it like this. Okay. So now how do we say? Now we will say our price is, we pay 90% of what? My head? No, 450. Now break this again into two ways. Let's do it the original way. 90%. 90% into 9 into 45. Now 9 into 45, you don't need to do rough. 9 fours are 36. So 9 into 40 should be how much? You use district. See, basically you are trying to do 9 into 45, which does not come easy to us. Why on this earth did we study distributive property? Okay, 9 into 40. I'm just increasing the fan volume. Why 40 plus 5? How much is? Okay, it's there. How much is 9 into 40? 360? 9 fives are? Enter total 5 and see the understood? Or else, how many 10%? 9 10%. 1 10% of 450 is how much? 10% is always something by 10. 45. This is 1 10%. 2, 3. So his t-shirts, every portion's price is how much? 45. 45. Then only it will become what? 450. So we are paying for how much? 9 of 45s. Now I leave it to you, to your understanding, how many different ways you can calculate percentage. Did you understand? Is it getting, now are you understanding it easy? Okay, let's take one more easy daily example. We all go to restaurants, okay? So me, our friend, who's our friend this time? Mr. Ryan, okay? Nicely dressed, and he's on a air. So he's gone to a restaurant, and it's like TGIF. Thank God it's a Friday. Okay? And this is our friend Ryan. Obviously, candlelight dinners cannot be alone. So this is someone. We don't know, Ryan and someone. And nicely, they've got a table booked, a lovely little candle. So they ate something. So let's see what all they ate. They ate some XXXXXX. There is some price, some more XXX, some price, some XXX, some price. Okay. So let's add up their price. I don't know whatever is the amount. So let's say their food bill came up to 2,000 rupees. This is 2,000 totaling up all. ठीक है ना? लुटाया है और क्या? This is some right cross, whatever is come. This 2,000. Now, whenever they have done this, he is treating her. He's getting happy. Treating her 2,000. लुटा रहा है पैसा ऐसे. But this place is what? This place is something like, let's name this restaurant. This restaurant's name is Cupid Restaurant. Oh my God. Okay. This is Cupid Restaurant. Now, Cupid Restaurant is a place which does business. Okay. So definitely they must have a license and permission. So who is giving the license? The government is giving the license. And government is something which is sitting here and the tongue is out like this. Slap. Because for every transaction you make, they are going to collect something which is known as tax. Which is like, in today's world, we have one GST in India. So we'll say they'll collect a GST. Okay? Now, whatever VAT and GST, whatever, concept is same. So let's say they're collecting GST. Now in India, if you go to any restaurant, the GST for food and everything is 5%. Understood? So government is more happy if it treats her more and more, because more the bill rises, more the government also earns. Government is going to earn this 5% on the bill amount. So if he is a miser and he goes and spends only some 100 rupees popcorn, then government earns how much? 5 rupees. Now he has earned 2000. 2000's 10% is 200. 10%, now 1/10. 10% is 200. So 5% is 100. Government has already pocketed 100. And like him, there are millions of such. Foslas. Foslas. You know what is the meaning of Foslas? Frustrated one-sided singles lovers association. So there are many of such Foslas sitting like him. He's not, he's just one among the find. So government loves all these Foslas. Some Fosla might be treating for 5,000 along with one perfume for her also. Are you understanding? And one teddy bear only for you. Oh my God. So now what happens in this case is that it will be a 5% on the bill amount. Do you get it? 5% on the bill amount. So after this, you will see, if you next time you go to a restaurant, you check that, okay? They will write GST. Now, though GST is not in your syllabus, you're going to study something called VAT and sales tax. Those are all obsolete. CBSE सब उल्टा चीज पढ़ाता है, ठीक है? आपको GST समझना चाहिए. In GST has got two parts. There will be something called CGST and there will be something called SGST. CGST is central government sales tax. That 100 which they will take from there, something central government will eat and something the government of Telangana will also eat. So in our case of our Ekaksh, it will be Maharashtra government. Okay. So the 5% later gets split up as how much? 2.5%, 2.5%. Ab socho 5% value came how much for this bill? 100. So if you see, the GST will be shown like this. SGST at 2.5%, 50 rupees. CGST at 2.5%, how much? 50 rupees. So net our fellow will pay 2,100. Out of which this restaurant, Cupid restaurant, has to pay 100 rupees to the government and pocket the rest in him. So everything that you buy, which is very precious and very costly, that all attracts tax. Understood? So tax is also a percentage calculation. I could have said that this restaurant charges 10% tax. This is some other country where the tax is 10%. So our fellow will pay how much? 2,200. Say 2,000 is the bill. Now our fellow is in the state of NY, New York. So when you go to New York, then the rule in New York is that they will mandatorily demand tip from you, and they call it as mandatory service charge, because it's mandatory. They'll say that the minimum service charge here is so and so rupee. So they will say that 15% is what they will write as 15% minimum gratitude. मतलब तुमको देना ही है, not that you will not pay. You agree? Then only come to the restaurant. 15% gratitude. So how much did he treat her for? 2,000. Shall we calculate 15%? 10% is how much? 200. 5% is how much? 100. So 15% is 300. And if you have a small problem, 15%, what was the number I said? 15. And what is 2,000 में सिर्फ 2 को देखो. Multiply 15 into 2, 30, 300. 20. Because when you say percent, at that time, there is a small line that gets created here. Percent, na? 20 into 15 is how much? 300. And in those restaurants, you'll see there will be 300 added. Then the total will be made. So what is the total now? 2,300. Then government will come and say, tax. So after tax, whatever discount and all you give, government says I am least bothered, you give discount, whatever. Net transaction value, you will pay tax. Say, suppose, let's make this a little bit more interesting now, okay? So let's make this problem more interesting. Today I'm going to discuss all scenarios with you, and then problem solving will become easy. So how much is the bill? 2,000. But our fellow is very smart. He showed her that how much he cares and how much he buys. You want shrimps? Okay, let's have shrimps. You want noodles? We'll have noodles. But actually, this fellow has got a Zomato coupon with him. Basically, Makki Choose Kanjus. He has got a coupon with him, which is a 20% Zomato saver. So then the waiter comes with this. Then what he does? He will take his coupon and he will go less. What is that? They write it in Zomato. Save 20. Save 20 is the coupon. Save 20 means what? 20% off. And it's a Friday. So save 20 is a 20% off. So let's take off 20% from here. Come children. 10% of this is how much? 200. Another 10% is how much? 200. So total how much gone? 400. He is also super clever. So he took away 400. Now the bill is 1600. His pocket happy? His packet happy, and someone is also happy. Now comes government, CGST. Why 1700? Acha, tax. Now 2.5%. SGST 2.5%. So let's calculate. No calculation required. 1600. What is 10% of 1600? 160. 10% means divide by 100. 160? Okay. 160 is 10%. So 5% should be 80. So 2.5% should be 40. Yes. 40 rupees to central government, 40 rupees to state government. The total, this is the bill he used to pay. This is the maximum complication that you can get. But it was so easy to do. Our bill was for 2000. Understand the story. Then every problem becomes easy. Then he swiped his coupon code, which is at 20% off. How much is the 10%? 200. If you have a doubt, 200 multiplied by 10 is equal to 2000. 10% means something by 10. 10% of 2000 is 10 by 100 into 2000, ding, 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 which is 200. But he had a 20% coupon, means another 200. So 400. His food bill now reduced to 1600. So he is liable to pay the restaurant how much? 1600. If he can't pay, she will be sitting and he will be majoing the button. Clean the utensils and then go. Simple. So government says, I am least bothered what discount you are giving and all. Net transaction value. What is the transaction value now? 1600. On that you pay me tax. How much? 5%. But when you pay 5% in India, 2.5 to Delhi and 2.5 to the local state which you are dealing. So these look very dicey numbers. Kaise calculate karenge 2.5? Chhod do. Just calculate 10% of 1600. 10% is divided by 10, 160. 5% is 80. Another half of that is how much? 40. So 40 to Delhi, 40 to Hyderabad. So max makes it 80. So our bill is 80. Did you find it interesting? Very interesting, right? Understood everything. The concept of percentage, have you understood? Right. Okay. Now let's see another scenario. One more scenario we'll see. That scenario is something like, okay. Say we have lovely mangoes. Okay. Mangoes. And it's the peak season going on. So a lot of mangoes now. The price of mango is how much? 90 rupees a kg. 90 rupees a kg is the peak season. Let's say this is the month of June. peak season. And in peak season, the price usually falls down. Now comes the month of July. July. Yeah. And mango is now what? Pilanti. Pilanti. Pilanti mangoes are there. Plenty. My English is not good. So Pilanti mangoes are there. Now comes the month of July. Mango cultivation is not that much now. So now mango is getting into a, what we in economics we call it scarce commodity. Means itna nahi milega. So mango is less. Yes. Therefore the shopkeeper. So they say, sir, माल नहीं आ रहा सर, ट्रक लॉक सर, रोड ब्लॉक सर, सर 10% increase. 10% increase. Now let's apply our common sense. 10% increase means there must be some original price, right? Then there is a 10% hike. This means what? 10% of original price. Now just put your thoughts. 90 rupees. 10% of 90 is 9. Yeah, 9. So now the prices become 99. And our friend was saying, let's have mango shake, mango shake. And when he went to the shop, his face became, because mangoes are now becoming costly and 10% hike is out there. ये भी question आता है. Price of mango increased by 10%. So do you understand now what is price up, price down? Okay. And when we go in, we'll do chapters on profit and loss also. When we go in profit and all, say for example, let's say, so there's a nice cycle. Okay. It's written by Ekdam ponytail Banke. And there's so somebody is riding this cycle, okay, and that ponytail is there, and she now wants to sell this cycle, okay. So the cycle was bought at 1,000 rupees, but this girl is very clever. She's thinking, 1,000 to I bought. Why not make some gain? Why not make some gain? Gains, another language is profit. Profits, another term is margin. Margin. This is my copy. I'm keeping the margin extra. My margin. Gain. So she decides, I want to go for a 10% margin. And this is also known as markup. And to buy this cycle, again, our Fosla man went, your cycle, I know you maintain it so nice. I'm going to buy it for you. But she's very clever, huh? She's going to mark it up by how much? 10%. So what is the price of the cycle? 1,000 rupees. She will take that 1,000. But looking at that hero, she will fleece another how much? 10%. 10% of what? The original value. Original value is 1,000. 1,000's 10% is how much? 100. So she will say, only for you, I just like you. So for you, the price is, he was asking me already to offer me 1,200, but just for you, I'm keeping the price at 1,100. And he says, yes, for you, nothing, take the money. There used to be an ad, that bike during World Cup. Have you seen that? The guy comes to take a bike and the girl says, my dad, he doesn't ride it anymore, but I don't have cash, credit card. Why don't you Paytm? You add your credit card to your Paytm, you can take the bike today itself. And like that, and they take the bike today itself, zip it down on the roads, and you go for your hike. Paytm karo, and paisa aa gaya. Paytm karo. आज story समझ में आया अभी percentage क्या है. So अब हम book के exercises में जाएंगे, and our exercises will be all about the first part. No, don't look at the book. I still say don't look at the book. The first part is what they say, express. Yes, yeah. Fraction. Achha, next class we will be doing chemical effects of current. We'll study. Next class. Express as a fraction means what? Just understand. Put your English thought. Express as a fraction. Wait. Don't do the problem. Means some hodgepodge will be given to you. You have to express it as a fraction. Your answer should come as a fraction. Do you understand? some mess will be given to you. It says express as a fraction. Vyakt karo, express him like a vulture. So we have to make him what? Put a beak and a to make him a vulture. Express him like a parrot. Like that. And express him like Donald Duck. Quacky. That's for like a fraction. Fraction means our number should be in the form of denominator. Now in the first even the problem, they said that the mess is nothing but 30%. Understand? So they are asking us basically, to convert percentages to fraction. Very easy. 30% means 30 by 100. Further, I say express as decimal 0.3. Two exercises problem you have learned how to do. Now over to you. अभी आपके डाउट बाकी लोग कीजिए and I'm just closing the recording. I'll just do what I suggest here is, children, don't go to the exercise, do solve examples first. Okay, don't go to the exercise. ये chapter का page number है बिट्टू 117 and I'm just stopping the recording because I'm showing something to Mishka which is nothing